Now this is Hoot. He's a half sibling to Sweet by the sire. They both have the same sire. Hoot. Ow. Hoot. See, I give him just a second to respond. Now if they don't respond, Hoot. Give them a quick jerk on the lead. Hoot. Good boy. But you, Hoot. You, don't want to jerk them without, or when they respond, you know. That's why you gotta give them a second to respond. Hoot. Hoot. And I don't want them, like right here's fine, but I don't want them coming across Hoot. And I definitely don't want them at the end of the leash. Hoot. Good boy. See if we can get the sheep off the fence. Hoot. 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 Before I let him go. Hoot. And I want to kind of call him with me. Hoot. And I want to use my flag. Beautiful. That was a really nice departure. Now something to look for in your dogs is a tail set. Hoot's carrying his pretty good. Nice and low. Not tucked between his tails. Not tucked between his legs. All super tight. That, you know, base of that tail is pretty loose, but it's not up in the air. So we're just gonna warm him up by letting him go around, switching the directions a bunch, not letting him hammer. Now these, B might be different, we'll see what she's like, but so far Hoot and Sweet are really polite. So that's good. You might get a dog in here that's just balls to the wall, it's just acting crazy, and you might need to do more sanctioning on him, because these are cow dogs through and through. I am on a real working ranch in the West, and I use these dogs on real range cattle. Good boy. So yeah, these dogs are real cow dogs, but that doesn't mean we want them disrespectful. You know, we want him to work these sheep really nice, and then we want him to go put a mama cow in her place when she's trying to kill us. So don't think that, oh, I want a cow dog, that means he's got to be incredibly rude. You know, we don't want that. So, all right, so same lesson. All these dogs are getting started at the same time. So we're just gonna let them go around. We're gonna teach him out today. Good. See him pick himself up. Now when I'm starting this, I don't care if he switches directions on me for the most part. There's gonna come a minute where like I can definitely tell what his good and his bad side are, and I might need to make him actually stay on that bad side for the out. So that was really good. So we're gonna bring him in. Let them have the sheep for a minute. But to start, so long as they're picking themselves up and going away from the pressure when I apply it to the shoulder, that is great. That's what I want. And then to reiterate, I will see which side he's really bad on, and I'll have to keep him on that side to enforce that out. Now remember, when their heads kind of go straight, I think they're picking themselves up. Remember to be mindful with your flag. It's not always easy. There we go. When these sheep are in the way, can't drop your flag as good, but you can sure as hell make it quiet. Now, I kind of don't like that he is just more straight than picking himself up. So I'm gonna add the heat. Now Hoot, he comes into pressure, which I'm really excited to see that quality on the cows in this summer. So I'll have to really turn up the heat when I start waving this flag and he's coming at me. Now he's not trying to be mean. I've had dogs straight up try to attack me when I add pressure. He's not being mean. I think it's just, I don't even know what to classify it as. It's not necessarily like barrier or pressure aggression. Maybe it is, I don't know. But I don't feel like he's trying to hurt me. Okay. See, I kicked my flag up here a little bit. That was good. Now we're gonna ask for a stop. Get this flag up. Now, I don't want him coming in just because my flag's not in front of his face. I don't want him coming in. So. Make him roll over his hocks. Good boy. So first, flag pressure, then flag noise to turn it up, and then a growl. And if the growling doesn't get him to change, then you might have to kind of go at him with the flag, the growl, everything. Good. Nice. I'm gonna ask him to stop out there. Not perfect. He walked in a minute, but get out of my way. That's the most, ooh, that was pretty. That's the most annoying thing I find about broke sheep is like, you're trying to like do something pressure wise and there's one just standing right there. Alright. I'm gonna ask, ooh, cute. I'm gonna ask him to stop out there. I'm gonna ask him to stop. Ask him to roll over his hocks. Good boy. That's a very good boy. And eventually, as these lessons progress, I will fully expect them to stay on the perimeter into each corner. I don't look for them to like stick their nose, their tail, their toes into the corners. But I do want them to go to them and stay on the perimeter. Let's ask for an out. Good. That was very good. Good. Now sometimes these dogs might be outrunning you, not paying attention to the flag, so. Oh, and when you want to stop them out of balance. You stupid ass. So he went on the fence right here, but I'm not going to ask him to stop here. I'm going to ask him to stop in this general area. It's a dog thing. Just gonna roll over them hocks. Kinda. Get out of my way. Eventually in our training, we will start doing a lot of off-balance stuff. But to start, it is very natural for these collies to go to balance and find a lot of pleasure there. Okay, that was worded weird, but they like to go to balance. They find a lot of release, I guess. So we've been going this direction. I'm gonna cut them off. And I would like to get a little more response out of this out. There. Gonna ask again. Good. Pressuring at his shoulder, good. I feel like his come by side might be better. Good. See him pick up and leave. That's what we like. Ah. There will be a time and a place for bite practice on sheep, but that was not one of them. So he's kind of pushing up against my pressure there. Good. 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 There we go. Like I said, he likes to move into pressure. So I'm gonna need to look for bigger changes when I add it. So like Sweet, she was really good at giving me space when I would ask her for out. But Hoot, I'm gonna have to really ask for it. Okay, I like how he spaced himself out there. So we're gonna ask for a stop. Yawn, so he's a little stressed out. Good boy. He kind of left on a good boy. I don't really like when praises become releases, but for this second work, it'll be okay. I don't want him to get away with it too much. But once or twice at the start's okay. So some signs to look for in a stressed out dog is yawning, sniffing, and marking. Good. If your dog's doing any of those things, you're probably not the greatest with your timing of when to add pressure and definitely when to release it. You might be asking too much too often. And it could just be your dog's personality to get a little stressed out and anxious. Good. Now ask for a stop out there and call it quits, I think. Hoot. Good boy. Hoot. Hoot. Now, they're all gonna probably do that. That cur dog's gonna get his butt whooped here in a minute. See him try to outrun my flag there? Probably not. Hoot. Probably couldn't see it. Hoot. Hoot. Yeah, pay attention, please. Hoot. Good boy. Hoot. Hoot. He, I had my flag up trying to get him to stop going around. He was just kind of squinting his eyes and he kept going. So had to add the pressure. All right, well, Hoot, say hi.